We know celebrities. We watch them on screen. We follow their careers. We know their faces better than we know most of our neighbors. But some of the most recognizable names in the world are carrying something the cameras never show. A moment, an accident, a life lost. Today, we're looking at the true stories of public figures involved in fatal accidents, what happened, how it changed them, and the weight they've carried ever since. These are not stories of malice. They're stories of how fast everything can change. Let's get into it. Matthew Broderick's tragic detour. Summer 1987. Matthew Broderick is one of the hottest young stars in Hollywood. Ferris Bueller's Day Off has just made him a household name. He's 25 years old. The world is wide open. And he and his girlfriend, Jennifer Grey, have decided to take a break from all of it, with a quiet trip to Northern Ireland. It does not stay quiet. On August 5th, the two are driving a rented car along a rural road outside Enniskillen. The weather is rainy. The roads are unfamiliar. And at some point, for reasons that have never been fully explained, Broderick's car drifts into the oncoming lane. What happens next is devastating. His vehicle collides head-on with another car. The crash was severe. Inside the other vehicle are a mother and her daughter. Both are killed instantly. Broderick himself suffers serious injuries, broken bones, a concussion. Jennifer Grey survives physically, but the emotional impact stays with her for years. And when Broderick wakes up in the hospital, he remembers nothing. Not the crash, not the moments leading up to it. Nothing authorities investigate fully. No alcohol, no reckless intent. He's charged with careless driving, a lesser offense, and a fine. Legally, the case closes relatively quickly. But for Broderick, it never really closes. He's spoken about the accident rarely and carefully over the years. The restraint itself says something. This isn't a story he tells. It's a weight he carries. And behind every Ferris Bueller rerun, every Broadway curtain call, it's still there. A rainy road. An unfamiliar lane. 2 lives gone in an instant. Laura Bush's high school tragedy. November 1963. Midland, Texas. Laura Bush is 17 years old. Good student. Quiet life. Nothing about her early years suggests the moment that's about to define her privately, for decades. It's a dark night. The roads are poorly lit. She's driving with a close friend beside her, talking the way teenagers do, and for just a moment, she doesn't see the stop sign. Her car moves straight through the intersection without slowing. The impact is immediate and severe. The driver of the other vehicle is thrown from the car, dies at the scene. And then comes the detail that makes this story hit even harder. The victim is Michael Douglas. Not the actor, her classmate. Someone she knew. Someone from her school, her social world, her community. This isn't an anonymous tragedy. It's personal in the most devastating way possible. Authorities investigate. The intersection is considered poorly marked. No criminal charges are filed. Legally, it's ruled a tragic accident. But legally and emotionally are two very different things. Decades later, in her memoir Spoken from the Heart, Laura Bush opens up about it. She describes the guilt, the way it shook her faith, the way it never fully left her. This is a woman who would go on to live one of the most public lives in America. A first lady, global figure, constant scrutiny. And through all of it, she was carrying this. Most people had no idea. That's the thing about public figures. The composed exterior, the polished appearances. They don't tell you what someone's actually living with. Laura Bush stood at podiums in front of the entire world. And behind all of it was a 17-year-old girl at a dark intersection in Texas who never stopped thinking about that night. Caitlyn Jenner's Malibu collision. February 2015. Pacific Coast Highway. Malibu, Caitlyn Jenner. Olympic champion. Reality television star. One of the most recognizable figures in the country is driving her SUV along one of the most famous stretches of road in California. She's towing a trailer behind her. Traffic ahead slows suddenly. The road is damp. The vehicle is heavy. And Caitlin can't stop in time. Her SUV rear ends the car in front of her. The force of the impact pushes that car directly into oncoming traffic. A second vehicle hits it head-on. The driver of the smaller car, an elderly woman, does not survive. What follows is a 6-month investigation. Phone records checked, driving behavior analyzed, and ultimately, prosecutors declined to file criminal charges. The conclusion: she was driving too fast for the wet conditions. But her actions didn't meet the legal threshold for a crime. A civil lawsuit is settled. Caitlin issues a public statement expressing her deepest sympathies, describing it as a devastating accident she will never forget. And you believe her. Because this one happened in full public view. Cameras, coverage, commentary, all of it. Immediately, there was no quiet processing, no private grief. Everything was out in the open from day one. A normal drive on a familiar road, wet pavement, a split second, and nothing is the same after. The reality of unintentional tragedy. Here's the thing that connects all three of these stories. None of these people woke up that morning intending to cause harm. There was no malice, no recklessness for its own sake, just ordinary moments that went catastrophically wrong. A rainy road in a foreign country, a dark intersection and a missed stop sign, wet pavement on a highway. These are not dramatic villain origin stories. They're reminders of something genuinely uncomfortable, that the line between a normal day and a life-altering tragedy can be razor thin. For anyone, famous or not. What fame does is make sure you never get to forget it privately. Every interview, every profile, every Wikipedia page, it's there, attached to your name, permanently. Matthew Broderick can't do a press tour without a journalist thinking about Northern Ireland. Laura Bush couldn't attend a state dinner without carrying Midland, Texas with her. Caitlyn Jenner can't drive the Pacific Coast Highway without knowing what happened the last time. That's a particular kind of weight. And it doesn't get lighter just because the cameras are on. These stories don't fit neatly into the way we usually think about celebrities. They're not scandal. They're not crime. They're tragedy. The kind that happens fast, without warning, and then follows you for the rest of your life. These aren't stories about celebrities. They're stories about consequences. A car is the most dangerous thing most of us operate on a daily basis. Full attention. Every time. Because the people in these stories weren't monsters. They were just distracted, or unlucky, or caught in the wrong conditions at the wrong moment. And that can happen to anyone. Stay safe out there. If you found this breakdown respectful and informative, hit the like button. It genuinely helps the channel. Subscribe for more honest, in-depth stories like this one. Drop a comment below. Had you heard any of these stories before? See you in the next one.